Ladies, most men, when we first meet you, we want to give this to you right away. It's something big and powerful. And tonight, I'm going to reach and grab it. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to show it to you. It's right there. It's my heart. What were you thinking? Got you. Welcome to Thoughts with Theo. I'm your host, Downtown Theo Brown. Always talking a little jive, always bring you right back to the right vibe. And today, I'm talking about why do we always say goodbye and really don't mean it? And things you should never say to a man. Well, one of the reasons why we say goodbye and we really don't mean it is because we battle with two of the most conflicting things that we can ever think about: our mind and our heart. Those have always been the biggest fight over time, no matter who you are, how old you are, how young, green, black, it doesn't matter. So anyway, the battle. Well, the mind is structure, procedures, category, the way things should be. If you see something, it doesn't tolerate shenanigans. If you see something that doesn't look right, it doesn't act right, we don't want it to be a part of our life. That's what the mind does for us. The mind understands. It understands what it is that we need to do and how we need to do it. If it doesn't work well, the mind says it's time for us to get out of here. Well, the heart, this is emotions. This is our feelings, deep feelings. This is compassion. This is love. Love says, I feel good. I feel touched. I'm okay with what's going on. I don't want to leave this circumstance because it's some type of security for me. That's what the heart is telling us. The mind is saying, no, this person's not right. This person has been right in the beginning. All the problems they made us, I'm not going for it. The heart says, no. Let's do this. Let's trust it. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it over and over again. So this is the reason why we can never leave. It's because of the heart. And there's nothing wrong with that. But one of the biggest thing is that the more we get involved with somebody, the more we do of trusting, the more we become vulnerable, the more our guards go down, and we find ourselves in a trusting relationship, which is nothing wrong with that. But here's what I say about anything that you're going to be involved in such as relationship, you got to be willing to understand what the rules are. It's just like riding a bike. You cannot expect to ride a bike if you don't expect to fall. You cannot expect to swim if you're afraid to get wet. You cannot be in a relationship dealing with emotions, dealing with trust, if you don't think you're going to get hurt. It's just that simple. You're going to get hurt, and there's nothing wrong with that. How we rebound from hurt? How do we rebound from the unexpected? Those are the things that we have to understand. Those are the things that we deal with on a daily basis and stuff. So it's a lot, but a lot of us run away from those things because who wants to get hurt? Who wants to be in a relationship where things just don't go well? Nobody does. So we have all these safeguards out here. We have all these reasons. We see things that look like our past, and we go the aha game, and then the aha game gets into, nope, I know what's going to happen next. And then it's always that old funny thing about what we did back in the good old days. Now, in our minds, we done with conflict resolution. What I mean by that, when we were kids, we fought. And by the time our guardians, our parents got involved to break up the shenanigans, the monotonous that was going on between us, we as children were already playing again because we recognized the fact that, hey, it was just a small conflict. So that's what our mind is. We've always been able to get involved in something, be pushed right to the edge, and then find ourselves getting right out of it again and stuff before somebody can even resolve it. So in our minds, in a relationship, it's the same way. We've always been able to resolve this. It's never been something that has been difficult for us to not resolve. So why can't we do it now? But the reason why we can't do it now is not that you don't have two willing parties that's willing and able. It's the fact that one party really is afraid to go forward and make the commitment to it, really being a part of what it takes to make the relationship work out. We're afraid. But here it is. When a man meets a woman, he thinks of her as the most sensual thing in the world. He's already given her, on a scale from A, B, C, and D, he's already given her A. He's already given her 100% of what he thinks about her. She is mystical. She is voluptuous. She's beautiful, she's fabulous, she's intelligent, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. And can nobody else tell me anything about this woman other than what I feel about her and how I feel about her? Now, women, when they see us, men, they think about us, we have to earn that type of respect. We have to wine, dine them, take them out, say things, send them flowers, send them chocolates, take them out on dates, do good things, be consistent, be honest. All these things we have to do. And we move up on the scale. And guess what? For us men, we give the women 100%, and they come drifting slowly on the scale. Not so much that we just a disappointment, but to a point of just a reality. But here it is. We both meet at the same scale, a mutual reality of respect and trust. Now, where does the scale go from there? Together, as we join the bond, we're able to move the scale up. I trust you, you trust me, no insecurities, we're able to do this. But who wants to take that chance? Who wants to take that risk? Remember, riding a bike, you're gonna have to fall. Remember, if you're gonna swim, you got to get wet. So you have to prepare yourself to be able to be involved in a relationship where you know that the more you care about somebody, the more vulnerable you become, the more you find yourself in a position where things could go bad. But guess what? We're all resilient. We're all able to bounce back. And we've been hurt before. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt. But everybody got this back in the day thing. Like, I want to break up first. No, I'll break up first. That means that I won. Well, guess what? You did win. But what did you win? Ha-ha. Dun-da-dun. You won the prize of being lonely. That's all you won, the prize of being loneliness. And that's what you win when you are a winner. There's no winners in a relationship. There's always, it's us, it's the two of us. It's a relationship. We relate to one another. It's not about winning. You can't win a relationship. Get that idea out your head and let it drift off into the land of Never Never Land, where the fairy tales exist and stuff. But there are some fairy tales. There are some good things that involve a relationship. But understanding that we have to be allowing ourselves to trust. And trust and being a man is about making a commitment. It's about making a decision. It's about being with that person that you want to be with. And it's about drifting, not letting anything get in your way. Drift away from all those other temptations that come along with it. We understand those things. And I talked about again. Now, what are some of the things that women should never say to a man? I know women are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, what about the other end? What about things men should never say to a woman? Well, we'll get to that. That's the next week's show. Things you should never say to a man. You should never invite a man to your home to live with you if you're not serious. You never tell a man to leave after you invite him to your household as well, too. Because what it says is not so much the man can't find another place of residency right after you tell him he's got to leave. It is so much about the fight that between the two of you that has to occur, the fight for a relationship. That's the disappointment that comes along with it. It's not about him moving out and going somewhere else. It is the fight. It's the fight, the will to make this relationship work is the biggest disappointment. How could you do this to us? How could this be possible? Why does it have to be the tail end? Why didn't you just say, let's do something else, let's take a look at it then? But why does it have to be for the juggler? Get out, get your stuff, go and leave. No. Let us fight. Let us build. Let us bond. Everything about, we do pledging and fraternities and sororities. All that is, as they take you through, if you know anything about it, they take you through these different type of tasks and assignments, and you work together and stuff. You think with your mind, your body, and you sweat, and sometimes you get yourself in trouble. But it's all about bonding, because what it is in the end, it's like us coming together because we dealt with a whole lot of stuff. And that's what it's all about. It's us dealing with stuff together and us bonding together and us being able to win the fight together between the two of us, and nobody else can come between us. That's what we're fighting, and that's what we need to do. We don't need to walk away from something because every time we get close to the relationship and I'm going to trust you a little bit more, the aha comes out again, and you want to get away, you want to run. How long are we going to continue to run? How long are we going to continue to run from things that have conflicted us over the years? It's time to say, hey, let's settle down. Guess what? Tomorrow is not promised. There's a lot of people saying, I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm doing this tomorrow. And they never see tomorrow. What about us? Why don't we take that bicycle ride and fall down? Why don't we just swim and get wet? This is your main man, Downtown Theo Brown, always talking little jab, always bring you right back to the right vibe. My business is love and happiness, and my business have been quite good. Until next time, I will see you later.